If the first pod we encounter has more than 4 aliens in it, then we know it's an ambush.
You hear that?
What else is there? Okay.
Here they come.
That is actually a pod of 6. The events in this video are fictional as the characters portrayed within. Any similarities to anyone living or dead are merely coincidental and have been created at random by XCOM's name generator. Seriously. Hello one and all, Mickey here, and welcome back to XCOM EW Long War II Pets. Now I'm recording this the same day that I released the second part of the Sink Their Battleship mission, so I'm recording this like a week early because I thought I'd give myself time to edit the Xenogenetics cinematic. So Varlum, would you please show me that butt?
So, is it close range, Doctor?
It's nanomachines.
Nanomachines, son.
The nanomachines housed within the canister is actually a suspension containing billions of both organic and mechanical aliens, each made up of nanomachines.
My unprecedented analysis indicates these microscopic mechanical cyber robots are capable of assembling specialized facilities within the human body. With further study and some sort of cyber suit, we may be able to engineer a sort of human body.
My team is more interested in the possibility of physically combining aliens with one another by using the nanites to fuse aliens with aliens.
The commander will have to decide the greatest lies. Is there anything you agree on?
Given the apparent purpose of the nanomachines, they allow combining aliens with one another, or with
Machines!
We have at least agreed to call them Fallen.
No.
Bradford.
No.
Close range.
Close range.
No. Meld.
Meld! We finally have the research for that Sunny D. Varlin? Genetics lab and acquiring more meld should be a top priority. We didn't unlock that, Varlin. That's not something we unlocked. And as for this, yeah, I'm not reading that. Moving on. Gene lab. We finally got access to this. This isn't really a priority. I suppose we should get it. I'll check how much it costs in a second. And then what does that leave us with? Alien biocybernetics. 15 days is slow? Not really. But either way, the alien biocybernetics will allow us to make mech. And yes, mech will also have a randomly generated perk tree. How that is going to work? Well, I guess I'll just explain it now. So somebody once sent me a link to a mod or an edit that allowed the game to do that, but unfortunately it didn't work with my campaign. I tried it out and I don't know if it was this mod or another mod that either crashed the game or it simply just didn't work. So what is going to happen is the perk tree that the soldier actually gets won't apply, and instead I'll superimpose a randomly generated tree from random.org over that tree, and that will be the perk tree, which is me fine for you guys because that's what you guys are going to see when I select that soldier in the barracks. But for me it'll be a bit more complicated. I'm going to have to write it down and make sure I've got it on hand whenever I'm looking at that soldier. And as for the random rookie perk, how that is going to work, when they get turned to a mech, obviously they're going to lose all the perks in their perk tree. Speaking of which, what if some of the perks they have are gene perks? I wonder if I'm going to have to go out into the field, remove the perk while they're on a mission, so that when they get back to base, they can become mechs. Now, I'm pretty sure soldiers with gene implants can become mechs, they just lose the gene implant. It becomes wasted, right? Anyway, so the random rookie perk will still apply. It will carry over. It'll be the only thing that they'll retain. And with that in mind, seeing as the mech's perk tree will be completely randomized, the random rookie perks that I'm looking for in soldiers are mainly heavy tanking perks, like absorption fields or iron skin, that kind of stuff. But anyway, that is for future Mickey. The autopsies we're not going to do until we've got North America, which won't be until 20 days time. In 20 days, I will send out all the satellites. We've got one satellite spare. It might be 10 days early for the cancer report, but at least we can get started on all those researches, because there are some researches that we're really struggling not having. For example, the Thin Man acid grenade. We really need that now we're coming up against heavy mech. We need a way to remove the majority, if not all, of the DR that the mechs have. But I guess we're just going to have to go for something else for now. 35, 25, and 20. That is a lot of stuff you want. And 60 Illyrium. How much for the transport? 4 days and it's nothing. You know, I know this might be a waste, but you know, just get out of the way, get it done. Analyze the transport, we'll deal like 10% extra damage to it. If nothing else, the next time it pops up on the geoscape, we will know it is a transport specifically, as opposed to the other variant. I can't remember what it is, like a harvester or something. Either way, you know what, just get it now. And we can finally build the Gene Lab. Okay, so it doesn't cost any meld or anything like that, and it only requires 4 power, which we can spare. We've got 10 spare, we're going to spend 4 on the workshop, and we're also going to get the Gene Lab. So if you guys didn't watch the end of last episode, what I did was go into the requests and I gave Mexico the 4 sectoid corpses they were asking for the 1 scientist they gave back in return. Awesome, great. And I also talked about this location here, we have to build a workshop. The second and final workshop, we're going to get it, so we get 2 more adjacency bonuses, and hopefully we'll get it done before the alloy shiv is done. Hopefully, which come to think of it, may not be likely. That'll be done in 4 days. The alloy shiv will be done in 17 days. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I think the workshop takes like 15 days minimum to be built. We'll see. Maybe. But we need to get the workshop there with the adjacency bonuses so we get as much rebate from all the alloys we're spending as possible. And then after that, a Gene Lab there, which will help with the adjacency bonus increase the speed of our research. But enough of that. I think we should spin the clock and find out what mission we're up on next. Shen, scope upgrade.
Aircraft transfer complete.
Thank you, Shen. And the aircraft have now landed in North America, though they're still a couple of weeks off being healed. Then, first of 2 satellite uplinks.
Contact detected.
Ooh, interesting. We have got a medium radar, NAFA the Earth, which means it is going to land. Can we handle a medium-sized ship with a full complement of crew, or should we try bring it down? So basically right now we've got a choice between a hard mission and a medium mission. A full crew complement, which frankly may actually be an ambush, is possible. We haven't lost a mission yet, so we may be long overdue for an ambush, which means double the enemy numbers. Or try take it down, risk not taking it down and just damaging our aircraft, and even if we're successful, we're going to lose out on a minimum of 1/3 of the corpses and about half of all the tech from the ship. You know what, let's see what it does. Where you going, buddy? Fast forward this.
Satellite uplink complete.
Oh my god, okay. The satellite uplink is done. And it is here, and we can launch 2 more satellites. Not enough for America though. Although I guess if I really wanted to, I could launch a satellite in the United States and get that We Have Ways bonus, 25% reduction in time to complete autopsies and interrogations. That is an option. Maybe I will do that.
I still don't understand why the aliens
see.
would be willing to go to all this trouble.
Bradford,
What could they be after?
they want our meld butts. Fast forwards. Whoops. That's what I wanted. Yep, they're landing. There we go. So we're going to have a landed medium radar, which could very well be an ambush. And tick.
Contact detected.
There we go. UFO number 13, size medium, class radar, off the coast of Nigeria. This is our next target. And thank God we've got Zachary Snyder ready to go, because we're going to need a lot of snipers. And Mason, you're apparently fatigued. I could kind of use you, buddy, especially seeing as you've got disabling shot. What other snipers do we have? We don't have any other snipers. Wilson will be back in 6 days. I really could have used him for this mission. Gerard, 8 days. And Vincent in 4 days. And I could exhaust him right now. But the fact that we can't see how long Mason is fatigued for makes me think there is less than an hour left. So how long until that mission expires? 15 hours. Okay, let's spin the clock. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. There was less than an hour left. And Mason is good to go. Granted, he's not a great sniper. In fact, he's actually quite a close-up sniper. But the important thing is, he has disabling shot. This is what we're going to need up against those cyberdiscs and potentially, remember, mechtoids. Now that cyberdiscs are in the picture, that means mechtoids are as well. And Snyder, what have you got? You've also got disabling shot. Hey, even better. Awesome. And you've got double tap. And you've got precision shot. Oh my god, you are amazing, buddy. Yeah, you got precision shot after the end of last mission. Very, very nice. And you've got run and gun. So you've got double tap, disabling shot, precision shot, and you can move and shoot. In fact, you can sprint and shoot. After that, if I really wanted, I don't know, lone wolf, I guess. You are a true sniper, so you will be able to get those 7 tiles all to yourself. Jumpy legs is nice as well, but for a sniper that is a true sniper long range, maybe not as necessary. Lone wolf will ensure that those disabling shots will hit, and those precision shots as well. So that is our next mission.
Contact detected.
And you can bet your butt we're taking Zachary Snyder and James Mason. And I was just about to say thanks for watching and bye-bye, guys, but right, I'm recording this a week in advance, so I'm going to go edit the parody mission and release that a week before the XCOM mission, and then play again from this point. So I guess just be right back. Bye. Okay, we are back. It's been a week. This feels really odd recording the episode like this, but the squad is good to go. Before we do that though, I wanted to point out Rocketeer Spike Lee with the perk Packmaster, which increases all consumable small items usage by 1. Remember, it doesn't work with rockets, which is an absolute bugger. So what I tried to do was go into the ini files and adjust all these settings for the item rocket and item shredder rocket to be the same as with the grenades, and it still didn't work. I still couldn't get it to work work with Packmaster. Now, some of you might say, oh, but that'd be really broken if Rocketeers could take Packmaster and have double the number of rockets. Yes, it would be really broken if all Rocketeers had Packmaster, but they don't. This is perk roulette after all, and I'm trying to make as many synergies with perks between soldiers, otherwise I wouldn't get that perk, but this unfortunately won't be one of them. So I thought, you know what, I gave this perk to Lee here under the impression that it worked with rockets, so next time he goes on a mission, I remove the perk and then allow him to choose from the alternative in the perk tree. Unfortunately, he didn't get Packmaster from his perk tree. So say for example this was Packmaster, then I'll be like, okay, remove Packmaster, as I thought it worked with Rocketeers, it doesn't, and give him Fire in the Hole, rubbish, or Reactive Targeting Sensors, actually also pretty rubbish, but the point is, give him a perk he can actually use, because I was wrong about how it worked. But Packmaster was a random rookie perk, and I'm not going to go as far as to remove Packmaster and then roll random.org to give him a new random rookie perk. Because for one thing, I picked him to be a Rocketeer because he had Packmaster and I thought it would work. And for another, what if the perk it turns out to be something incredible like In the Zone? I'm just not willing to take that risk. I don't want to do that. So unfortunately, Lee here, your random rookie perk, Packmaster, is just broken, I guess. You're not the first soldier to have a useless random rookie perk. I doubt you're going to be the last. So that's that. Any other Rocketeers that get Packmaster in their perk tree, then we'll know in advance not to take it. And also any more rookies that get Packmaster as their random rookie perk, we will know not to turn them into Rocketeers. Anyway, the mission. UFO landing site, 14 hours left. UFO number 13 in Nigeria. It is a landed raider. This is the squad. Starting with our officer, Dwayne Johnson. Why are we bringing a Rocketeer along? Well, besides the fact that Johnson here is an officer, from this point, we have to assume there is going to be cyber discs and mechtoids on every single mission. We have to assume that because we have to go on the mission prepared with the ability to shred them, the ability to disable them with disabling shot, and with the acid grenades from the Thin Man autopsy that we haven't even got yet. We really need to rush that, and I'm actually tempted to simply launch a satellite into the US. We won't be able to cover the entire continent, but it doesn't make any difference because we won't get the bonus until the end of the month anyway, but it will unlock We Have Ways at 25% reduction in time to complete autopsies and interrogations. So when analyzed transport is up in 4 days, we could then get Thin Man autopsy, which I will think about. It is definitely something worth considering. Anyway, problems for Future Mickey being possibly at the end of the mission. Back to Johnson here. He of course is coming along because he gets a Shredder rocket. He's going heavily armoured, he's got a laser carbine, and oddly enough, he's got high cap mags. Why is that? Because the last mission he went on, he gained suppression. This is going to be one of our 3 suppressions this mission. We are building this squad to be siegers, not assaulters, for reasons I'll get into in a second. Hence why he's got high cap mags. That'll give him 4 shots with the laser carbine. His mobility is absolutely atrocious, so we're going to have to keep this in mind. I would have given him the SMG, but SMGs only get 2 shots, whereas the laser carbine, like the standard assault rifles, get 3 shots. With the high cap mags, that's 4, that is 2 suppressions. Other than that, he's got the possibility of a drone pet, and the rockets he's going to be firing are mayhem, so they're going to be doing extra damage. But bear in mind, this will be our only shredder ammo, so let's hope there is not more than 1 heavy mech on this mission. Then working our way from the front lines all the way to the back, let's go to our next soldier, Richard Springthorpe. He's got his pet sectoid, Chris Gray. He's got TK Field, lightning reflexes, and adrenal neural sympathy. If he gets a kill, he will buff himself and everyone around him for 2 turns, I think. So that might be handy to keep in mind. And his loadout is laser shotgun, laser pistol, obviously because he's got a shotgun, heavily armoured, and motion tracker, as well as a medkit. In case he gets acided, he can still move without taking damage. But yes, he'll be taking one of our 2 motion trackers. I've gotten so used to taking 2 motion trackers on every mission, so might as well stick with it. It's been working so far. Moving down the line to Michael Myers, he's going to be bringing one of our 2 run and gun rapid fires, as well as a battle scanner. He's loaded out with light armour, because he's got very, very good health, 8 health. At corporal, that's actually amazing. Laser shotgun, laser pistol, battle scanner, and flashbang. Next up is Angelo, the second of our run and gun rapid fires. Because remember, on medium landed, there are always 2 outsiders, at least at this point in the game. So this will hard counter those 2 outsiders. We've also got another suppression, but I'm not counting this towards our 3 suppressions that we're going to have this mission. Angelo's going to be bringing heat ammo, very handy in case there is more than 1 mech and we don't have shredder ammo on it. And kitted out with Angelo's usual gear, motion tracker, high cap mags, and scope to make up for the rapid fire. Next up is Aquatonic. My god, man, you have been sitting in the barracks for so long, and I've got to hand out 120 XP to you, I believe, because that's XP that you would have got on the Terror mission if that soldier on the Terror mission was in fact the same soldier that you are right now, which, you know, for our purposes they are, but technically they're not. So you need 120 XP. That's the mission XP you would have gotten. Your random rookie perk was Legio Pastra Nostra. Yay! Speaking of useless perks, so many rookies get this perk. My god, it is pointless. On almost every single mission, we're going to have an officer with this perk, so there's no point in soldiers having it themselves. Anyway, loadout. Heavily armoured, laser carbine to make up for your slightly higher than average aim. You'll be a half decent executioner, battle scanner, and flashbang. Next Next, Bark Tree, the second of our suppressions. You've got low profile, bioskin, which I wouldn't imagine will be incredibly useful besides pressing up against walls inside the ship, which, you know, maybe will be handy, who knows. Distortion Field to give 10 defense to the people around you, and Savior, which is why you're bringing a medkit, so you'll have 2 medkits. And of course, Flashbang, heavily armored, and a Gatling laser. So you won't be able to move and shoot, but your role, given our squad is kitted out for a siege here, will be to pin enemies while the snipers pick them off. Speaking of which, James Mason is back. We waited 1 hour for him to come off fatigue. He has got 1 of 2 disabling shots. Now, I don't want to take 2 disabling shots in one mission. We really need to spread them out, but we need 2 snipers for this mission. We really do. So unfortunately, we're going to have 2 disabling shots on this mission, which means future missions we may not have disabling shot. Anyway, you've got Mind Merge, which we're not really going to be making use of unless we're facing Berserkers, which I don't think we will. You've got the perk Dense Smoke, which, oh my god, I regret getting this so much. I mean, oh, so much. I should have given you concealment. I really should have. Even if it stopped you being a true sniper, it's so useful. Oh man, I should have given you concealment. Not to mention the plus like 30 or 50 crit chance shooting from concealment. Oh man, that was such a terrible mistake giving you Dense Smoke, but it is dumb. It is dumb. And your loadout, light armor, strike rifle so you can move and shoot, but you'll only have extended range, not infinite range. Scope, because you're going to potentially be using disabling shot, and then that 1 smoke grenade so that you can make use of the Dense Smoke perk. God, so rubbish. So rubbish. Especially with Richard here bringing your telekinetic field. Oh well. Anyway, the last soldier will be Zachary Snyder. He is going to be our carry. Low profile, run and gun, disabling shot, precision shot, double tap, platform stability, so the first shot you take will have extra chance to hit and crit. Man, you are built to kill. And having disabling shot and prec shot, oh man, they're so good. Such a good sniper. It's a shame Mason won't live up to your standards, but you know what? Mason's going to get rapid fire at some point, so that's a double shot ability. And you are kitted out with light armor, a proper sniper rifle because you can move and shoot, a laser sight, and a scope. Yes, I figured as you're going to be a true sniper, why bother taking any items on you besides just the extra ability to hit, which will give you 117 accuracy, which means I think to hit in low cover will be like 90 to hit. Actually, 100 to hit if that's your first action. Oh my god, wow. Okay, yeah. So anybody in half cover, you will have 100% to hit. That's amazing. Anyway, we are going to have 4 medkits, 1 on Springthorpe, 2 on Bark, and 1 on Myers as a perk. We've got 3 flashbangs on Tonic, Myers, and Tree, 2 motion trackers, 2 battle scanners, 1 shredder, 2 run and gun rapid fires, and 1 double tap. So we're only going to have 3 multi-shot abilities here, which is kind of scary, but again, as I mentioned, this squad is built for a siege. Why a siege, you might be asking? Well, I'm glad you asked. Given the fact that this is a medium landed, the map is going to be one of 2 places. Either Creepy Forest, that's actually what it's called on the wiki page, FYI, and Hillside Forest. Those maps aren't great. Hopefully we get, I guess, Creepy Forest, because no matter the starting location, we're going to be far away from the UFO. It'll give us more room to work with. But the reason why we're building this for a siege is we haven't lost a mission yet. So the likelihood of a landed UFO being an ambush is pretty high. And I've been reading up on ambushes. Ambushes for medium UFOs have up to 20 aliens, which is more than a swarming mission. And I'm assuming this will be at least a swarming mission. Medium UFOs landed, so none of the crew are dead, is a swarming mission. So I'm going to expect about 4 pods of 4 and between 14 and 16 enemies. More if it's actually an ambush. And how we will know if it's an ambush, obviously we're not going to know until we land. If the first pod we encounter has more than 4 aliens in it, then we know it's an ambush. Now, of course, we are getting to the stage of the game where we're moving out of early game. So pods may have more than 4 enemies in them. That rule of 4 enemies per pod is an early game rule, which I have the most experience with. As we progress into mid game, pods are going to be larger and larger. So a pod of 5 won't necessarily mean that it's an ambush, especially if that pod of 5 is something like a mechtoid with 5 sectoids or a cyberdisc with 5 drones. But you know what? I have talked enough. We've got everything to succeed here. Let's find out what map it's going to be. And man, I wish I could bring 1 more rookie, but honestly, at this stage in the game, I think we're going to be limited to at most 1 rookie per mission. So let's head down there. Oh, only 3 multi-shot perks. That has me really worried. Be kind, game.
Strike 1. Prepare for landing.
Listen up. We're going to be dropping you deep in the Nigerian interior for the next operation.
Forest
It
Hillside.
looks like the UFO landed out in the boonies. We need to secure the surrounding area and eliminate any hostiles before they threaten the local population.
Okay, thank you, Bradley. Paralyzing Love. What a name. So if I remember correctly, yeah, there's a car here, and if you go this way towards the camera, there's like a hill with a garbage pile on it, or around it. Now, every time I play this map, I always try to take that hill, but inevitably, when you get to the top of the hill, your vision no longer gets blocked by the hill, and you tend to trigger like 2 or 3 pods at once. So maybe I'm not going to take that hill yet. But because I'm so worried that this is going to be an ambush, we need to be very, very careful with the shiv. Why? Well, I'll explain when we set down.
HQ, this is Big Sky. We are in position and awaiting further orders.
Roger that, Big Sky. Strike 1, you are green to deploy. Approach with extreme caution. Current enemy status at the site is unknown.
Thank you, guys. Okay, yeah, I forgot to mention, actually, while we're in the briefing, what pet we're going to bring along with us. The only 2 choices are The People's Drone by Dwayne Johnson or Richard Springthorpe's Chris Gray, the Sectoid. Now, which do you think I'm going to bring along? Until drones get, like, holo-targeting, I mean, not that holo-targeting is so useful to dedicate a pet to just have that perk as a benefit, but still, it's going to be Chris Gray, the Sectoid. That'll be our 3rd suppression, Dwayne Johnson having 1, Barktree having 1, and Chris Gray having the last. So yes, why do I need to be careful with the shiv? Well, the Long War team have said on many occasions this is a bug that they can't fix. Unlike with all the soldiers, where if you're extracting, you can move back to the extraction, shoot, and then leave. With shivs, you cannot do that. If you move back to the extraction and shoot and then try to leave the mission, I don't think the game will even tell you that there's a soldier not on the extraction. It will just end and the shiv will get left behind. I think in the description of the shiv, it even warns this, saying that shivs take longer to load onto the Sky Ranger as a lore reason to explain it. But what has me worried is, what if you blue move onto the extraction? Does that still count? Does it still get left behind? I don't think so. I don't think so. But what if you yellow move onto the extraction? What if you dash? What if he's over here and he dashes to the extraction? Does that count as him not having any moves when the Sky Ranger leaves, so he gets left behind? Because I'm going to be so pissed off if Angelo gets left behind because of a game quirk like that. But anyway, Johnson here has got some perks to hand out. His officer perk was Stay Frosty, so I believe everyone should have it. Yep, Stay Frosty. But in his perk tree, he also got Legio Pastra Nostra. And you guys aren't going to have that, are you? No. So I'm going to hand out Legio Pastra Nostra and spawn in Richard Springthorpe Sectoid here. Oh, and also give Aquatonic his 120 XP. So be right back. Okay, we are back. Chris Gray is good to go. Aquatonic has got his 120 XP, and Johnson has handed out his Legio Pastra Nostra to everyone, except for Aquatonic, who already has Legio Pastra Nostra. In fact, I didn't realise that. The pet counts as an extra will being handed out. Who knew? And I'll have to remember that quite a few people here have officer perks from the perk tree. Mason has So Others May Live, Aquatonic has Legio Pastra Nostra, and Johnson actually also has Legio Pastra Nostra from the perk tree. So I have to be sure to remember to give them back to them once we get to the barracks. Anyway, what can we expect? Well, I'm not going to have the enemy numbers assume that this is in fact an ambush. I will say this is a swarming, so 4 pods of 4, not including the 2 outsiders in the ship, with, if I'm right, this being a swarming, that would make the enemies be between 14 and 16 in total, not including the 2 outsiders. And as for the enemy types, of course, there are sectoids, drones, thin men, floaters, seekers, mutons, who are showing up in numbers nowadays, cyberdiscs, and of course, because we are in Cyberdisk month, that means mechtoids as well. So let's move up only slightly. Remember, Angelo here is going to make sure that he remains within blue move the extraction, but man, I'll be really pissed off if he gets left behind from a blue move. I'll assume that a dash will mean that he gets left behind and we'll have to wait a turn to extract everyone. Speaking of which, there's not a great deal of good cover, is there? I mean, there's that and that. Oh, right, and I forgot to mention, I can't believe I forgot to mention this, no one has cover destruction besides the 1 rocket on Johnson. Now, I knew this was a flaw about our squad, but remember, our squad is built for sieging, not assaulting. So we're going to pin with 3 suppressions and then take 3 sniper shots. So let's find out what is out here. Springthorpe, if you would. We have Meld. Oh, right, speaking of which. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're not getting that. No, I don't think we're going to get that. That's like 2 tiles away from the UFO. No, I don't think we're going to get that. Not when this can be an ambush. If this was an abduction, then sure, because there can't be ambushes in abductions. But a medium landed, oh man, I am not risking that. Any other meld? Not that we're going to go this far away. I don't see any other meld. There's none on the roof. Or is there? No, there is one on the roof. And I don't think we have anybody that has jumpy legs. Well, not getting that meld either. So there's a meld down here by the wall of the UFO, and there's a meld on the roof of the UFO here. Yep, we are not getting either of those. We actually really need the meld for a couple of researches and foundry projects, but no, not this mission. I was thinking as well to somehow get a Seeker to come along, even though they only have 3 turns of cloak. That would actually allow us to just sprint and grab these meld canisters straight away, potentially sacrificing the Seeker, maybe. But I didn't have anyone available that could give a Seeker, if I remember correctly. Anyway, enough talk. Let's move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is in fact 5, although this is a diagonal. So Springthorpe, go there. If you trigger a pod of 6, then we'll know it's an ambush. And worst case scenario, you dash back, and then Johnson moves back and then gives a command to have you move again to the exit. So let's just be cautious.
Heading to that location.
No contact. Oh man, I really want that meld, but no, I mean, that close to the ship, are you kidding me? And not to mention, if it was here, on this wall, then maybe, because the wall acts as concealment. But on this exposed area, where there could be outsiders, we could actually trigger the outsiders, which remember, trigger the outsiders, all the pods on the map will then converge on the outsiders. Johnson, speaking of which, how's your mobility? Not good, is it? No. Move up to full cover, my man.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Thank you. Angelo, you can move up like 4 tiles. Just go to there. And you should be, yeah, in range to move back, assuming we don't trigger this turn, which we really shouldn't. And Bark, you got low profile, right? Yes, you do. Who else had low profile? Oh, it was Snyder. Not really bothered about Snyder having low profile. Snyder, you can just fall back.
Moving.
Go right there. And who has distortion field? Bark. Yeah, you? Yeah, sure. Go there and give everybody else at least a little bit of extra defense in this low cover. So Johnson's got 55 defense. Not bad. Are you in range? No, you're not. You got 30. Myers, pistol.
On the move.
Go next to Angelo. Mason, you can move and shoot. And you do not have a lot of health, do you? Go here. And Tonic, go there, I guess. And Grey, just there will do. Now, I guess everybody Overwatch except for Bark. So let's find out what is out here.
Got it. Aye, aye.
Contact right. Yeah, meld there and meld here. So, sounds like sectoids. We only have 2 battle scanners, right? I believe so. Tonic, you actually have amazing mobility. You got 14 mobility, actually on par with Angelo's. Angelo, unfortunately, you can't really move much further. I'll move you up like, I don't know, 2 tiles, so like here, but that'll be at the end of the turn. Let's go try and make contact on the right. If that's a pod of 6 sectoids, then this is an ambush, and I'm not buying what this place is selling. Can we have another scan? We've got these for a reason. It's best to use them at the beginning of the mission. Let's move right.
Heading there now.
Ooh, contact. Just on the edge of vision. I was actually thinking Tonic could make it all the way to this full cover, and I'm glad I didn't do that now. So, in line with this meld canister, it's a shame we don't have vision of the other one. It would give us a good way to coordinate between the two. But it is in line with this meld canister, and it's obviously beyond vision range. So, here, I guess. So we can't really move up that much, can we? So I guess, guys, just shift over onto the right. Not you, Barks, you can't move and shoot. But you, Tonic, can... go here, maybe? Go
yes,
there.
Commander.
And I don't want to put people here yet, if we can at all help it, because this tree's in a block line of sight. Sectoid, go there. Myers, go next to him.
Got it.
And then Angelo, I guess just go here. You're more than enough in range to fall back. Oh, actually, Springthorpe, pistol, and Snyder, move over. I want you to get an Overwatch shot if you can, if that's at all possible, but then you might be too close to risk you taking your double tap, which means you might have to move back and only take 1 shot. So what's better, an Overwatch and 1 shot, or double tap? Yeah, double tap. What's your vision like there? Not good, you're actually right in line with the tree. Fine, go there.
Got it.
And then Overwatch. So other than sectoids, yep, sectoids over there. That's exactly what I thought.
You hear that?
What else is there? Okay.
Here they come.
That is actually a pod of 6. That has me a little bit worried. Miss. A kill by Bark. And that means a miss by Mason. And mutons. Okay, and floaters. Holy crap. Okay, this may actually in fact be an ambush. That's a pod of 6. So that's not even on the verge of, oh, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's only a pod of 5. No, that was a pod of 6. There are more sectoids over here. We then heard floaters and mutons. we've got a mind merge, haven't we? On the sectoid and on Mason. The sectoid might need to pull back, mind merge Johnson, giving better will to everyone. He's got 71 will. Mind merge would put it at like 90 or something. That would make us resistant to all of those sectoid psych attacks. Springthorpe, if you go there, are you in range of the...
I'm on the move.
will bonus? Oh, hello, drone. You aren't! Oh, damn! You're not in range of that will bonus. Who's got shots? Well, obviously, Snyder's got a shot. What is that shot? 100, no doubt? Yep, it's 100. Ha! Oh, well, don't get cocky yet, Mickey. We've got good physical defense with the distortion field, and Bark having low profile, but Springthorpe is too far away, and I don't trust his psychic defense. Which I think at this point, you may not have a choice, buddy. You may have to stay there, unless Bark moves up one, and Springthorpe goes next to him. But that means Bark doesn't get a shot, which at most would be an Overwatch shot, I guess. Yeah, we may have to pull you back here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. In the meantime... oh, that's not even cover, because it's a little slope. Urgh. In the meantime, Sectoid fall back to here and mind merge Johnson. Snyder, just take him out. Boop him.
Taken care of.
Bark, move
my
over.
way.
Springthorpe, take his place. This will get you in range for the bonus will that Johnson has. So your will is 58, move you back
I'm
to
on
there.
it, Commander.
It's now 71, brilliant. And also you've got 40 defense, you've got only 5 off being in full cover because of the distortion field. And in fact, you have TK field, right? Yeah, you do have TK field. Maybe it might even be worth using that. Although then again, Mason has got a dense smoke grenade, which does the exact same thing. Oh right, you did a dash, so you can't use it. Anyway, that's fine. I suppose Tonic move up.
Got it covered.
You're actually a half decent shot. Myers, I guess, go
I'm on it,
here.
Commander.
Grey, go here. Your vision should be absolutely fine. To mind merge Johnson, go there. And unfortunately, Angelo, you need to fall back because there is not really any concealment for you. I mean, this would be a good place for you to go. If there wasn't cover here, you could just hide behind this tree. It's right in front of them. But at an angle, I don't really trust them not having vision on you. So for now, just fall back to here. Oh, and Mason, you are not in the distortion field range. I guess you're only safe for one turn, I hope. But next turn, Bark is going to need to move over one. Although then again, Myers isn't in the distortion field range either. That's fine. Mind merge the boss. Make the rock even stronger. And give us defense against the psychic. That makes your will 101. Is that the same for everyone else? Yes, it is. Oh my god, okay. So we're not going to be attacked by psychic attacks, that's for sure. Those 4 sectoids are not going to be doing a lot besides shooting. So, let's see how it goes. Oh right, not you. Just steady. So they're doing a mind merge. The 2 pods of sectoids, if they're 6 each, then that's not a big deal to deal with because we've got so much side defense with Johnson's will. But a 6 pod of mutons, oh, that is going to be rough, really rough. Oh, they're not moving up. Is that so?
Good to
Bark
go.
out,
Solid
Tonic
copy.
over, and Bark back. There you go. Now at least Mason here has got that extra bonus defense. I'm less worried about Myers because he's even further away, not to mention he's got a lot more health. And at this point, I mean, they may be working to flank, but they're not going to be in range anytime soon. And what mobility have you got, Snyder? 13, actually. 13's pretty good. Let's step you over a little bit, just to like
Position
here.
confirmed.
Mind merge the boss again. Go for it. And now, who needs a reload? Pistol needs a reload? I don't really care about that. Gatling gun? Not even close. Mason, you only fire 1 shot at a time, you're fine. Snyder, on the other hand, you know what? Yes, your chance of getting an Overwatch at this range isn't great. So yeah, go for a reload. You're going to use up ammo very, very quickly.
Back online.
And everybody else, give me an Overwatch.
Come get
We are not moving from this position, given
What
that
was
we
that?
just saw a pod of 6. Hey, Sectoid. What you got for me? You want to try your chances? You don't, do you? No shot. Yes, shot. 81 to hit. Go on then, Mason. You're not doing anything else. That looks wide. It is wide. Damn. Yeah, that thing that you just said. Who's got shots? Only Springthorpe. I'm surprised. Okay, go here. Yeah, you should be safe. That cover's not in range to hit you, and this cover won't be flanking you. So Snyder, go there. Should have a shot. Yes, you do. It's a flanking shot? Really? Yeah, it is. Well, another dead sectoid. That leaves 3.
X-ray down.
And actually, Myers, you know what? Yes, move there. That's still in range of the distortion field. So, yeah, do that.
Affirmative.
Just don't trigger for the love of God. There's a meld canister that we're not going to get. So yeah, now you've actually got the defense from the distortion field, which is great. Everybody here has. So yeah, just Overwatch. 3 sectoids left, and then we're going to deal with pod of mutons, pod of floaters, and another pod of sectoids, and then the 2 outsiders.
After that, scanning.
Come on, sectoids. Ooh, who's up first?
Taken care of.
Good shot, Myers.
Enemy is still alive.
Another sectoid? What you going to do?
They're falling back.
30 to hit. Yeah, I wouldn't think you've got good odds. And then the last sectoid is doing what? Not much. And there goes that meld canister. So Myers got that Overwatch shot. That was very good. And considering Johnson didn't fire, that means it must have been Tonic the one that got that hit. And whoever else fired, I think it must have been Springthorpe, missed. So I guess, you know what, Mason? You need some XP. Take another 81. Good kill. Springthorpe, have a reload.
Green to go.
And actually Snyder do the same.
Back in.
I'm worried that it is going to hit the fan. Sectoid, keep up that mind merge. And that leaves 1 sectoid remaining. Let's find out what he wants to do. Does he want to go reinforce another pod?
Got my eyes on.
So sectoid pod right.
You hear something? Look sharp.
Ooh,
Enemy
float
falling
pod. Is that pod of 4? Miss from Bark. Miss from Aqua. Anybody else?
Enemy is still alive.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is at least a pod of 5. Oh, man. That is rough. That is really, really rough. Ooh, buddy. We are going to have to do a TK field here. Will that cover everyone? Yes, it will. Except for the sectoid, who is happily out of range. And in fact, move back, Angelo. He should be safe, right? And in range to extract next turn if need be. Yep. So yeah, these are pods of 6. This is an ambush, I think. In case we forget, let's just do the TK field now. Let's get our defenses going. This should basically make us immune to physical damage, at least these guys. Snyder's, I wouldn't imagine they'll be able to charge forwards next turn, but the turn after that he will be in danger. And in fact, Sectoid, can you just move back even further? And you should still be in range to do the mind merge on Johnson. So this will be our side protection. So we've got physical protection and side protection good to go. Snyder, this one I think is for you. Ha! 2 100s. Well, the first one's 100. We'll see what the second one is. And the second one is still 100. Very nice. Boop ya.
Out of the game.
1 dead floater. That leaves 5. And 1 sectoid. Myers have a reload.
Ready to rock.
We've got our physical protection and our side protection. And really, that leaves 2 overwatches. Because I don't think Johnson's going to have an angle here. And they're not going to be in range for Angelo. Well, how many shots have you got? 2. Tempted to give you a reload, buddy. Yeah, have a reload.
Look back.
Because I want to make sure that you've got a disabling shot. I haven't heard any mech. In fact, that may even be all the pods there are. If there are only 4 pods, which there may not be if it's an ambush, there may be more. I don't know for certain. But that's sectoid pod, floater pod, and muton pod. So it doesn't sound like there are mech here. There could be, still. The audio cues that don't necessarily tell you everything there is on the map. Let's see what they're going to do next. The following turn, if you don't deal with enough of them, we may have to use Mason's smoke grenade. Maybe. If not, a whole bunch of suppression. From Johnson, Bark, and Gray here. I don't know if he's going to be in range to get a suppression, or even if he should. He may be able to from here, depending on how far forward the floaters come. We'll see.
Scanning.
Floater number 1. Oh no, here comes the sectoid. We might be leaving. I guess it is only a pod of 4. No, it's a pod of 6. Pod of 5? Oh god. That is big trouble in Little Chinatown. So that was a pod of 5, a sectoid and 5 mutons. Oh man, I am so glad I didn't rush forwards. I am so glad I didn't rush forwards. And Angelo, buddy, you are unfortunately kind of useless here. Oh man. And those floaters. Remember guys, those floaters can teleport. Although when they do, even if they do it off camera, it shows you where they go. Mason, how's your smoke grenade like? I mean, it says it gets everyone. You won't really know for certain. And Springthorpe, you got 4 turn cooldown on the TK field. How's your rocket like, Johnson? Not good. Oh, well, actually, kind of difficult. Yeah, you've kind of got a rocket. Yeah, we are definitely going to be rocketing you. The standard rocket, we're carrying for free. The shredder, I'm going to be keeping. Although, frankly, if all those floaters congregate together, I'd be very tempted to fire off a shredder. How's your rocket on the left? Again, kind of awkward, but maybe manageable. And we need to be careful of clumping with those mutons. They're not being ranged a grenade yet, but, oh man, this is going to be a rough fight. So we've got the floater pod active, the last of the sectoid pod, another sectoid pod, and a muton pod. So there's likely only one pod left. Oh, and Snyder, you're not in range to shoot, although then again, your double taps on cooldown, so don't know where you're going to go to get a hit, buddy. In fact, who can hit you? You? You'd need a grenade. Oh, and Snyder, you cannot go here. That is way too dangerous for you. If you go far right, you're not going to have a shot, are you? Even if you're around that tree, this low cover's going to be blocking him because he's going to be lower down than you. So I guess you're probably going to have a reload. And in fact, with this low cover in the way, you might not have shots on those mutons. Yeah, you might have to go here and get a reload. Oh man, this is going to be a rough round. 64 to hit. I think we're just going to go for that. That is really all we've got. Pistol shots are not very likely, although 1 in 3 is not terrible. So yeah, give me that smoke grenade. Now we've got to be careful. Smoke grenades are prone to screwing up. God, I don't know what I'm going to do if it screws up. Well, Mason, this is why you got that dense smoke perk. Please get everyone. Let's find out. Mason, did it get you? Yes, it did. And Myers over there, and it didn't get Springthorpe. You may have to hunker, buddy. It got tonic, though. Okay, well, you know what? Bark, start off with your 64 to kill. Come on, buddy. Rookie shot. Oh, man.
Shot failed to connect.
Tonic, I think you're going to have to hunker down. And Snyder, just move over here.
Confirmed.
You do have a shot. Okay. Then, yeah, I think you're going to take it. 100 hit. And it's a kill. So that's the last sectoid of that pod.
He's down.
But we still have 5 floaters, 4 mutons, and 1 sectoid. I don't think that last sectoid is going to be an issue with his mind abilities. I think without a mind merge on the sectoid doing the mind abilities, Johnson's will is going to be strong enough on everyone to defend them. So, Grey, move up. You may have to do a suppression on one of the mutons. You might have to move to, like, this cover here and suppress. God, but 5 floaters and 4 mutons. I don't think we're going to have the suppression to pin it all down. 1 pod of 6, we could kill half and pin the other half, but 5 floaters and 4 mutons. Actually, Johnson, what is your shot like at max range? 2. You know what? Considering you don't have an overwatch angle, because you can't step out here and you can't step to the left because Bark's in the way, steady your weapon. Myers, you've got good defense. Okay, everyone else just overwatch them.
Covering down. My eyes on it.
Let's see how it goes. Oh no, I didn't hunker down. Springthorpe. Oh, bugger. Damn.
Shh. You hear that?
Ooh, muton leader. 30 to hit. Not good enough, Myers. Oh, man. That is a big boy. That is a very big boy. What are you going to do, little sectoid? Mind ability, eh? Yep, good. And here come the floaters! 15 to hit. Springthorpe's in trouble now. In fact, Snyder's going to be in trouble now.
Missed.
42 to hit. Oh, tonic.
Adjusting aim. My weapon's spent.
You're landed. Okay, you're moving up. Landed. Moving up. What else we got? Landed. Moving up. Oh, we have got rocket opportunities. Landed. Okay, they're all landing. Moving up. Okay, yeah, you're there. So here are 4 floaters. We're missing 1 floater, and here are 3 mutons. We're missing 1 muton. We've got suppression on the big guy, but not on the rest. So who do we target for a rocket? Honestly, I say we go for the floaters, because the floaters are in fact the bigger problem right now. Grenades are going to be a problem later when the mutons move up, but these floaters, right now, they're a problem. They will flank next turn. And not to mention, it is possible, actually no, they're all in full cover, so the rocket will not kill any of them, because they're all in full cover. But nonetheless, yeah, this is a no-brainer. It's got to be the floaters. They're just way, way, way too close. So,
With pleasure.
do what you can. Yeah, not a single kill. And unfortunately, with these mutons bearing down on us, they're going to start taking some shots at us. And how many of you guys out there thought, no, get the meld, Mickey? This isn't going to be an ambush. I would be very, very surprised that the game has gone from 4 aliens per pod, with obviously the previous mission being an exception, to all of a sudden jumping to 6 aliens per pod. This has to be an ambush, which means that last sectoid pod, assuming the sectoid we heard wasn't this sectoid here, which I don't think would be, we know for certain there's 1 more pod out there, but there may be more. So we do have flashbangs. That is an option, but we have no way of of dishing them out. Honestly, a standard grenade could kill most of you guys. Actually, no, not at all. Wow, 4 health, 4 health, 5 health. Yeah, no, it wouldn't. And you guys are out of ammo. Oh man, we are going to eat some shots. We are. I think the smoke lasts 1.5 turns. The turn it was placed, then the enemy turn, then the player's turn again. I think the smoke dissipates at the end of our turn, which means their turn we won't have it. We're definitely going to suppress this big guy. That would leave, the sector would not bother about, but that would leave 3 mutons live and 1 floater live, assuming we can kill these guys. That is a big, big assumption. Because honestly, I don't know what we're going to do about them right now. Mason, what shots you got? Excuse me? 63. Low cover 30. 81. Oh, you've got the height advantage on these guys. That's why. That height advantage that we're about to lose because they're going to move up on us. Damn. Unfortunate. Yeah, but you have to go for these. 63 to hit. Oh, buddy. I don't know if we've even got enough to kill these guys. And we can't get into position to flank them unless I take a very ballsy running gun. Bearing in mind that floater can be right here and he could flank Myers if he moved up. Not to mention we'd have to break that Overwatch first. But you know what? These floaters have to die. Take the one shot you got. 63. Make it a good one. Oh, thank you, Mason. I was very worried there. I am tempted to move Chris Gray up to here and suppress one of the other mutons. I'm talking like it's a guarantee to kill these guys. Bark can suppress the big muton. Yes? Yes, you can. Chris Gray could suppress one of the other 2 mutons. That would leave 1 muton here free and another muton. In fact, you look like a tough bugger as well. You're not exactly a vanilla muton. Anyway, let's do some killing. 97. Kill.
Kill confirmed. Running dry.
Yep, I know you are, buddy. 87 kill. Thank you.
Nailed him. I need ammo.
I know, buddy, you're out of ammo. Okay, if you moved up here, Chris Gray. Shot, shot. So he can shoot you from here. And you will be passing through that tile. Barely, but it may count. Yeah, that may trigger Overwatch, passing through that tile. Which means, Springthorpe, you need to break Overwatch somehow. How, I do not know. Maybe go here, break Overwatch. Chris Gray go there, then Springthorpe move back to here, hopefully, if you can make it. But if not, Myers can move up to there, take a shotgun shot. You've got, decent health. It's not something I'm keen on doing. Tonic, what are your chances to hit? Oh, you don't have a shot. You don't have a shot on this floater right here. This floater right here, you don't have a shot. Okay. And actually, what the hell am I talking about? Why would I use a pistol? You could use a shotgun and have an 83 to hit. Is that what are these birds doing here? They're just sitting here in the middle of a firefight, chilling. Oh, what's happening? What's happening over here? I want a bit of this distortion field defense. God, lunatics. Angelo, man, I wish I could make use of you. God, imagine if we came on this mission without snipers. This would look very different. Oh, you are moving close, aren't you, buddy? That's okay. I have more than enough AP. Ooh, hello. I see you guys. Hopefully you guys don't see me. Hi. We've got a submachine gunner, we've got a pistoler, and they're the 2 that I can see. There is a 3rd around here somewhere. Let's kind of move out. Oh, there he is.